Hey you guys, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I am Dr. Jacinta More, your transformational coach and spiritual counselor of Tap the Good Consultancy. Now today I'm going to speak about our conscious decisions and how they impact our conscious decisions, how subconscious decisions impact our conscious decisions. And I'm gonna break it down to real life experiences. For instance, let's imagine that you have been making a lot of decisions, consciously making decisions, meaning that you've sat down and really thought about a decision that you want to make towards a certain particular area of your life. Let's imagine it's love. You have decided that you're going to attract love. Let's go for money because money seems easier. Most people think, yeah, it's easy to attract love. Not when you haven't attracted love for a long time. Trust me, I was there once. So let's go for money. Let's imagine that you have made a lot of conscious decisions to earn a lot of money. And because following these decisions, you've gone ahead and come up with strategies and tools and tips to take those decisions into manifestation, meaning that you have acted, you have taken action religiously. And let's further imagine that you've been flexible and creative and explorative, and you've researched on the different strategies and tools available to you that have enabled others to achieve the goals that you also want to achieve. Now let's also imagine that you have a positive mindset and you keep a clear mind, you meditate or do some sort of spiritual work to help you maintain, get you level-headed. Now let's imagine that in spite of all of those things, in spite of that amazing background, you still do not manifest your heart's desires. You're still struggling financially. You're still backward. You're still back, you still have a lot of debt to pay and all of that. Now, what could be the reason? There are three main reasons why we don't succeed, and this is about money specifically. It could be a physical blockage, a mental blockage, which is the mind, the conscious mind, or a spiritual blockage. Now I'll briefly talk about the other two. If it's an energetic blockage, meaning that your energy is not incongruent with your decisions and your action, maybe your chakras are closed, maybe you are in a really cluttered environment, maybe you hang around very negative people, maybe your energy infuses maybe your environment is infusing your energy with negativity that could be conflicting your desires, then you are not going to achieve your goals. And that's easy. What you do is declutter your environment, do a sound healing on YouTube here for your chakra alignment, or buy my book EFT to align and heal your chakras. But the point is, it's easy to heal your own energy. You can take a salt bath, you can bathe in milk or honey, you can sage or smoke yourself, you can go on a hike or even dig a little hole and put your feet in the ground, in Mother Earth, and ask Mother Earth to pull out all the negative energy, and then ask that as soon as it's pulled out, it's being transmuted into love and light. So there are many things you can do to cleanse and clear your energy. Now let's imagine that maybe it's a spiritual blockage. Spiritual blockage could be a negative entity, a negative spirit, or some sort of contracts and codes that you have subconsciously or consciously entered into that involved some sort of spiritual conflicts or complications, or maybe, I don't know, dead relatives. Who knows? The spiritual world is immense and extremely complicated. How do you heal those blockages? How do you release and let go of those blockages? Well, that's also simple. That's easy, because you could be a Christian and you can go to church and you can get a pastor or your priest or wherever father to pray for you. You can pray the rosary, you can supplicate, you can fast, Or you can hire me as your spiritual counselor, and I can take you through a series of strategies and tools such as angel therapy, Ho'oponopono, EFT, and other techniques I use to help people release and let go of their grips on spiritual conflicts. You can have a spiritual bath. That is easy. You can come on YouTube and check out binaural tones on how to detach from spiritual conflicts and bondages. Or you can even read the Bible, Psalms and wherever, Psalms 23 or 91. There are so many tools. Now, the tool that could be a little bit complicated if you have, the problem, if you have a mental, psychological, conscious, if what is blocking you is subconscious, your mind, the ego, has created these beliefs, these underlying stories that you might not even know of. And these are the stories upon which your life runs. Let's imagine that you have this conscious decision, again, like I said, to make a lot of money. But then you find yourself bouncing and hitting your head on walls. And your energy is clean. Your spirit, you are in alignment. Maybe you're a Christian, it doesn't matter. You know that you're spiritually connected. But then you have to realize that since we are body, mind, and spiritual consciousness and all of that, your mind, your subconscious mind, might hold decisions that you made profoundly that could be conflicting your conscious decisions. So let's imagine that your childhood was filled with scarcity and lack, and maybe you watched your parents growing up fighting over money and you didn't have any money. So you developed a story, a profound story, and a belief, a decision in your subconscious mind that not having money is part of life. It's normal to be poor. It's normal to struggle. It's normal to live in lack. So you have cemented that in your unconscious mind as your norm. And also, it could be that, especially if you're so attached to your family, you've also subconsciously decided that you're not going to step away from what is known. You're going to follow the route. You're going to follow the family. You're going to do and be as they are because you don't want to lose that belongingness, that link, that relationship, that bonding. And thinking and you subconsciously, you've determined that becoming rich or doing things differently will break the bond, the love, whatever else you've determined. So those subconscious decisions that we make, oh my God, they are so rooted, deeply rooted in our identity, in our personhood, that it takes more than wishful thinking to uproot and release the grip on them, so that when we make decisions and make actions, they flow like water. We manifest easily and effortlessly. So the questions then are, if you're not achieving your goal, ask yourself, is it energetic? Take a bath. Is it spiritual? Pray. Psalms 23. Or come back to this channel. There are so many prayers. There are so many prayers on YouTube that can help you cleanse your spirit. And if it is a subconscious decision that you made, you might not even know, then come back here in a few days, maybe a week. I'll be recording another video on Ho'oponopono, using advanced Ho'oponopono to help you release your grip on subconscious decisions, or at least to cleanse and nullify the programs and stories that could be running in your subconscious mind. As a matter of fact, if you go into my videos, you might find a video that will help you start releasing and letting go of your grip on the subconscious bondage or codes and contracts that you have subconsciously allowed to be part of your life, or to influence the manifestation of whatever you want in your life. Now, in a nutshell, if you're not attracting what you want, it means the blockage could be physical, spiritual, or subconscious. If it is physical, energetic, then cleanse your chakras. Use EFT, use Ho'oponopono. If it's energetic, listen to binaural tunes. There are so many here in YouTube. Take a salt bath, or just put milk in a bath and soak yourself in there and wash, affirm, or use the mirror method. As a matter of fact, I will record a mirror method technique in a few days or weeks, just to highlight, just to release and let go of any unconscious decisions that you made that might be influencing or negatively impacting manifestations of what you want, or negatively impacting the conscious decisions that you make. Okay, if the issue is spiritual, then you can pray. I recommend Psalms 23:91. I recommend you search in my channel. There are so many prayers that you can really pray. You can fast, you can have a spiritual bath. I think there is an advanced EFT and water session in one of my videos. I've recorded something like that. You can use advanced advanced Ho'oponopono and water to release your grip on a negative entity or a spiritual bondage. And if it is a subconscious bondage or story or negative decision that could be negatively impacting your conscious decision, then you can use mirror work, whereby you speak to yourself and you say, I release and let go of any subconscious decisions that I made that could be conflicting with the decision I'm making right now. As a matter of fact, it could be very, very helpful if every morning you woke up and just looked at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that I release and let go of any background stories in my unconscious mind, or decisions that I've known unconsciously that could impact the progress or positive manifestation of what I want to achieve today. Considering that every day we make decisions, but if these decisions you make are being impacted by some conflict in your unconscious mind, then you're going to continue hitting the wall and you're going to end up not achieving your goals. All right, so thank you so much for clicking on my video. You guys, I appreciate you so much. Come back soon. This was a really quick video, so forgive my wear. I'm just coming from the gym. In the interim, I'm sending you abundant love from my heart to yours. Peace and blessings. Bye.